Okay, imagine this. A company placing a bet, a truly massive wager, stretching into the hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah, it's staggering.
We're talking about just an unprecedented bet on the future of artificial intelligence. And it's coming from one of the biggest tech players out there.
Well, and it's not just, a theoretical bet. It's a huge physical investment. That's what we're digging into today. Meta's, well, frankly, mind-boggling multi-hundred-billion-dollar plan to build the next generation of AI infrastructure.
We're talking about data centers, right? Massive ones.
Exactly. Huge data centers designed specifically to power their AI ambitions.
So for you listening, our mission here is to really unpack the sheer scale of this. We want to look at Meta's immediate plans, the strategy behind such a, incredibly bold move.
And the risks too, right? There are always risks with something this big.
Absolutely. The risks, the challenges, the ideas to give you that shortcut, past the headlines, right into the core details and what it all actually means.
Yeah, and I think it's crucial just to set the stage to understand this isn't just about building like slightly bigger computers or more servers.
Right.
Meta is explicitly aiming for what they call superintelligent AI.
Superintelligent AI.
Their definition, AI that's capable of outperforming humans across diverse tasks. That vision, that specific goal, that's really what's driving this whole enormous project.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Hundreds of billions, Mark Zuckerberg himself announced it. This huge investment in AI infrastructure. When you say that kind of money, what does it actually look like? On the ground?
Well, one of the most concrete things is these multiple multi-gigawatt supercluster data centers. That's the term they're using.
Multi-gigawatt.
Yeah, we're talking about facilities that will consume just an unbelievable amount of power. They've even named the first two publicly.
Ah, right. Prometheus and Hyperion.
That's them. Prometheus is apparently set to go live in 2026.
2026.
Okay. And it's planned to deliver over 1 gigawatt of capacity.
Yeah.
Just that one.
1 gigawatt. It's almost hard to wrap your head around that much power for one building, essentially.
It really is. And then Hyperion, that's the one in Louisiana, it's designed to scale up even further, maybe up to 5 gigawatts over several years.
5 gigawatts?
5. Just to give you some perspective, that's like the energy use of hundreds of thousands of homes. It just shows the sheer power density they think they'll need for this AI work.
And they're moving fast. We're hearing about temporary tent structures being used to host some parts of these centers. What's that about? Is it just about speed?
It seems to be almost entirely about speed to market. Getting the compute power online now.
Right.
Sure, the long-term plan is permanent facilities, definitely. But these temporary setups, they're crucial for getting operational as quickly as humanly possible.
So it suggests they think being first or among the first with this level of AI capability is absolutely critical.
Exactly. It suggests they believe that early leadership in this superintelligence race, even if it means using temporary buildings initially, is worth more than waiting for the perfect permanent setup. It feels like a sprint, this initial phase.
And it's not just the buildings, the hardware. There's a whole reorganization, right? Meta Superintelligence Labs.
Correct. They've consolidated their AI efforts under that banner. And they are going after talent aggressively.
Aggressively is maybe an understatement. We're hearing reports of signing bonuses over $100 million for some key people.
It's extraordinary. And they're also buying stakes in other companies, like Scale AI. That was, around a $14 billion investment?
Yeah, huge valuation. And Play.ai, too.
Right. And if you look at what those companies do, Scale AI is all about high-quality data labeling. Absolutely vital for training these really complex AI models. And Play.ai is newer, focused on building advanced AI infrastructure and models themselves. So connecting the dots, Zuckerberg's claim is that all this, the infrastructure, the talent, the acquisitions, will give Meta, and this is his phrase, the greatest compute per researcher.
All aimed at that goal we talked about.
All aimed at AI outperforming humans across diverse tasks. It's a full court press,
right?
Trying to cover every angle to win this race.
So the big question then is why? Why make such an enormous, incredibly expensive move right now? They've obviously got a strong base with their advertising revenue.
Extremely strong. Over $160 billion in 2024, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. And their planned capital expenditure for 2025 is projected at $68 billion. That's a massive jump from $39 billion in 2024. So is this seen as just like a strategic necessity? Or is it a huge gamble?
Well, it's interesting to look at how the market's reacting. Meta's stock actually ticked up slightly after these kinds of announcements, closed around $720 recently. And it's up quite a bit, maybe 23% year to date. That actually makes it the strongest performer among those magnificent 7 tech firms.
Yeah.
Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, the others.
So the market seems to like it, or at least isn't scared off by the cost.
It suggests investors perhaps see a huge potential long-term payoff here. Or maybe they just feel that not investing heavily in AI right now is the bigger risk. Fear of missing out, perhaps, on a massive scale.
But, okay, let's talk risks beyond just the money, because scaling up to multi-gigawatt levels, that has to pose some serious challenges, right? Energy, water, environmental concerns.
Oh, absolutely. These facilities are incredibly resource hungry. The energy demand alone could put real strain on local power grids.
Yeah.
And the amount of water needed for cooling these systems is also substantial. That can impact regional water resources, raising some pretty tough questions about sustainability, especially for operations running 204/7 at this scale.
Right. Huge operational footprint.
Definitely. And beyond the environmental side, there's also, the financial risk we touched on, tying up hundreds of billions in specialized infrastructure. What if AI technology pivots quickly?
And that hardware becomes obsolete faster than expected.
Precisely. Or what if the actual returns from achieving quote-unquote superintelligence don't materialize as fast as they hope? It's not just a bet on AI existing, it's a bet on the pace and the specific direction of its development.
That makes sense.
And it also ramps up the competition, doesn't it? You see observers pointing out that Meta's push mirrors similar massive efforts by OpenAI, Google, Amazon, Oracle.
Everyone's building big.
Everyone is pushing the boundaries. And the resource demands, the potential for, stranded assets if things change. Those risks are immense right across the board for all these players.
Okay, so let's try and recap the stakes here. Meta is, it sounds like, essentially betting its entire future on dominating the AI space.
It certainly looks that way.
Pouring just unprecedented amounts of capital into the infrastructure, the buildings, the power, and the people.
Yeah.
Infrastructure and talent. A two-pronged approach.
And if they pull it off, if they succeed, this move could genuinely position them as maybe the front runner in this coming era of superintelligent AI.
That seems to be the goal, yes. But as we've discussed, it's an incredibly ambitious path, and it comes with those major costs, financial, technical, and definitely environmental risks.
Especially around energy and water
Yeah.
for these absolutely massive multi-gigawatt facilities.
Exactly. It's a very high-stakes game. Huge potential rewards, but also really significant trade-offs, not just for Meta, but potentially for the regions hosting these facilities, and maybe even more broadly.
And that intersection, the sheer scale of private money, the massive technological ambition, and the potential societal impact that brings us to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to consider.
When you have hundreds upon hundreds of billions of dollars being spent by one company, with the explicit goal of creating AI that can outperform humans, what does that actually mean for society? When a single private entity is aiming for, like Zuckerberg said, the greatest compute per researcher in this global race.
Yeah. What are the broader questions that come up?
Exactly. What are the societal responsibilities, or maybe the challenges that emerge when you concentrate that much power, that much ambition towards achieving superintelligence? It goes way beyond just market competition, doesn't it?
It certainly feels like it should.
It's definitely something worth thinking about as this future continues to unfold, likely very quickly.